Bang. So you guys just chased off a group of sick poor people after
The
disconnecting.
riffraff.
After disconnecting their internally implanted cell phones,
We helped them.
it seemed to go away. Ubik is still recovering from his attack, we should say. He still has he's reporting that he still has a splitting migraine from his cyber audio going off. A quick look over his other cyberware, you'll notice that there is a file that he doesn't remember saving onto his audio recorder.
We don't like that.
Quarantine.
Sounds suspicious.
I put that shit in its own Docker container. Can we examine it? Can I containerize it?
You can contain it, yeah. You'll get it on its own separate little device. But upon examining the audio file, it's a little. You'll be able to hear what Ubik heard, since it is, a recorder set to his audio, cyber audios. And when you play it, the familiar binary screech of the Reaper is what you hear. Although this one is a little bit different. Like the one you hear from Reaper, you're used to hearing from Reaper B is unintelligible. It's non-human warblings and stuff like that. This one you can almost hear words. You can tell where the influctuations are, but you can't quite hear what it's saying.
He's gonna glance at Ubik and be like, "You'll tell us if your eyes start turning blue and shit, right?"
I certainly hope so. But the thing I heard, Dallas, it said your name.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. When we get through this goddamn concert, we'll all sit down and have a chat.
I hope so, man. This is only giving me more questions than answers.
Welcome to the club. I've learned a thing or two while I was away playing dead, but we still have a lot of looking to do. A lot of stuff we don't know.
Right. After that, Ubik's gonna rest up a bit. Anything, right? Anything you guys need / want to do before the concert?
We already worked. We've arranged a bartender. We've arranged a bouncer.
Hiding all of my valuables in the black mass. Before we invite randos in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think our stuff downstairs will be secure. We're going to have a guy at the stairway. We're going to have a guy at the front door. We've got the turrets and the drones if we need them.
The machine turrets.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, I
Dallas
think we have
program.
one in, one out, too, right?
Yeah, there's one by the front door and one downstairs, I think.
Dallas will not disarm the one downstairs. He will set the one upstairs to disarm from specified times for that one day.
Oh, no. Rubber bullets. It's still locked in,
Well, it's just gonna shoot people that walk up there, and I don't think we can.
Oh,
tell
well,
it
I don't think
specific-
it shoots them on... I don't think it shoots on, like, anyone that walks up, but it draws and, like, shows them, like, hey, hold up and identify yourself, motherfucker. Like,
Does it shoot anyone?
that's the way I imagined it, though. They would have shot all those people that came up before. It would have shot Lieutenant Styles. We added Styles afterward, but we don't want it to shoot, first. It's more of a, hey, if people come to our door causing trouble, we can pop this out and fire away. Is how I imagined it.
Dallas writes a macro to his cyber deck so he can press a button to make it shoot.
Mateo, not in the slightest bit surprised that Dallas's assumption was to shoot anything that walks up on site. Like,
Tis safe.
maybe he is the real Dallas. Goddamn. Goes deep.
Where my money-
Turret's loaded. The one downstairs is remaining active to guard the lab, which is a good point. Before the show officially starts, Dallas, you're gonna hear a vehicle pull up outside, and there's gonna be a knock on the door.
I'll look through the door before I open it.
Looking through the door, you're gonna see the face of an older bald man with a large white beard, which you recognize as Hans.
Dallas will open the door up. Oh, wonderful. This is a couple hours. This is, right before, right? Not days before.
Yeah, this is a couple hours before the day of,
Okay,
but
yeah, cool.
you guys have plenty of time.
Wanted to make sure they weren't just like showing up for another reason. So he's like, glad to see y'all here. This should be pretty simple. This is the only room anyone will be allowed to be in. He'll lead them inside. I can post some art and
It's good hearing you. He's gonna say it's good hearing from you, Dallas. We haven't really been in contact in the last little bit, huh?
No,
I'm starting to think you walked out on 6th Street for a second there.
I just had my hands full. Y'all know I work for Lazarus now. I gotta do what they say mostly, but been a busy couple of weeks to be honest. Motormouth heard from me not long ago.
Well, regardless, man, it's good seeing you again. We've done a lot of work. Crave, give me a concentration check real quick.
Height. Where my stats at? Concentration. It's a 9.
9. You're gonna make eye contact with this man that just walked in. And there's gonna be a second where it takes you a second to process the face you're seeing in front of you. And he's gonna interrupt your thought by recognizing you first. He's gonna be like, good. Crave? It's me, Hans, from Trauma Team.
Oh, Hans. He mentioned the name. I just didn't put it together. How are you?
Pretty good, man. I didn't think I'd see you here. Didn't think you'd be working with the Revenant.
Well, if I'm being honest with you, I work for whoever can largely keep me safe and let me be a bit obscure these days.
Listen, buddy, I feel like I should say this. For me, I've let things go. Like, bygones are bygones. That was in the past, But I do have August here with me.
Oh.
And I don't think she's gonna be too happy seeing you here. Just a little bit of a heads up, my man.
You don't think she'd start nothing right here in front of everybody, do you?
I certainly hope not.
I'm hoping so. Mateo pouring drinks like at the bar.
It's a name I have not heard in a very long time. How did you get wrapped up with her?
Well, you see, after I left Trauma Team, there wasn't really a whole lot of places I could use my skills. So I ended up falling in with 6th Street and Lazarus as a mercenary. A little bit of a combat medic for him. And, what do you know? August was there too. We were put in the same platoon.
I mean, honest work, that's how I wound up here, sorta.
Then at this point, you're gonna get interrupted by the very loud voice of August, who kicks the door through. It's partially open, but she kicks it the rest of the way through and looks at you dead in the face and says, "How fucking dare you bring me to this motherfucker?" And she's gonna look at you, Dallas. Do you even know who this fucking guy? Do you even fucking know who this guy is?
Dallas just gives her this big old shit-eating grin because he didn't know any of this and is just kind of sort of pleasantly surprised to see some drama directed at Crave, who's just always been so very chill. No, I don't think so, but I speak for him. Yeah.
She's gonna kind of go for her gun a little bit, like rest her hand on the handle of it a little bit. Hans is gonna put his hand on her shoulder. He's gonna be like, "Listen, August, we're on work. You can't let personal things, affect professional." She'll kind of stop for a second, kind of huff through her teeth a little bit, and she'll look at you, Dallas, and she'll be like, "Remember I was telling you about how October died?"
Do I remember her talking about how October died?
you would know about this. October was a pretty big
Oh.
eruption in 6th Street.
Red October. No, I remember it. It's, tough times.
I remember the story.
Well, the story was there was a particularly gruesome turf battle that conspired between 6th Street and this other local gang. August and October were there. October ended up catching a stray bullet, but when the medics arrived, it was a trauma team started to show up. But a trauma team decided to show up for someone on the other side who happened to have a platinum executive subscription. And August remembers Crave's face as the trauma team member who refused to help the dying person on the street to help the person who had the money.
That
Hansel
actually tracks with the
Hansel
Crave
interject-
that I know.
Hansel
and to be
interject
honest-
in this. Hansel interject in this, and he'll say that that's part of the reason why he left trauma team
Yeah.
was because like watching his friends die, watching other innocent people die, only to save some scumbag edgerunner who just happened to have 1,000 extra eddies to get a medical evac.
Not gonna lie, that
Um,
tracks with the Crave that I know, and as I said, I will vouch for him. I understand what I'm getting with him.
I'm gonna hop the bar and pour a shot, and then I'll slide it down and say, "Listen, we can't do this here. You have to understand that I'm not that guy anymore. I left that line of work for plenty of reasons. Remembering seeing your face was part of it. And that doesn't make up for anything, but we'll talk about this later. For now, I hope you can put what's between us aside and hold the place down."
She'll kind of close her eyes and sigh very heavily. Take her hand off her gun and take a shot that was left on the counter. She'll look at you and say, while I am here on work, we'll keep this shit professional. I know you claim that you're not that person anymore, but I loved October. She was really important to me, and just know you're gonna pay for this one day.
I'm sure I will.
Very well. Let's get this show started then. And she'll kind of slam back another shot that was in front of you that you were about to take, and she'll kind of snatch it from you and shoot it. Be like, all right, where do you want us posted? And her and Hans will kind of get together.
Drinks off tonight if it helps any. Yeah. Oh, Mateo, Mateo, can you point out to the? Did you have some thoughts?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I'm thinking Hans at the door, and then now that I know there's some drama here, I want her inside on the stairs, keep preventing access downstairs, and then allowing who we do want to come through. I'll make sure she knows the 6 of us and Nico can like come and go anywhere, obviously, but and anyone we choose to bring with us. But
While Mateo's giving her that breakdown, Dallas wants to lean over the bar, steal the shot Crave had poured for himself that he doesn't get to take again. Take his third shot, and he'll shoot it and he'll say, did you put your dick in crazy? Just asking. Just feel like we don't need to be blindsided by that anymore.
First off, around here we call that pulling a Mateo, and no, I didn't do that. Second off, listen, man, it's a long story. At the end of the day, I told you there was a reason I got away from Militech, and I told you there was a reason I got away from Trauma Team. Honestly, it's also half the reason I don't give one single shit about how much money I make off anything I do. I just want to be my own man, disappear sometimes, not be beholden to who's gonna flash a couple of extra eddies, do something for me so I can do something for them. It's a terrible life. I hang out with you guys because you're interesting. I don't care what you give me or what you don't. And when it stops being interesting, well, one day I'll disappear to the farm and you'll never see me again. But
At this point, I have to imagine if it's not interesting no more, we're probably dead. Just know I ain't never gonna fault a man for doing what he was paid to do. What else you supposed to do
Yeah.
in a city like not city. You don't have to talk
Between
about it
us.
now, but just don't.
In my experience, most everybody who runs a me that stops being interested does wind up dead.
Mateo like stumbles over and like puts his arm around you, takes your shot, and says, "So August and October, were you ever September in that situation? You know, nestled in between? No." I give you a slap on the back and.
You are clever, Mateo. Something about France, Paris, and Eiffel Towers, but no. I was never the September.
This guy gets it.
Can't say Eiffel Tower. Like,
Oh, that's funny.
oh man.
Hey, Will.
Yo, we got a club. We got bouncers.
Yeah.
I'm
It-
tempted.
with-
I'm tempted to stand with August, just because I kind of want two people at the stairs. Like, I don't want anyone to get downstairs. What else?
We can have more people at the stairs, but
Because I figure we can work too while this is all going on.
yeah, we're all gonna be posted wherever. You know, I'm Barback.
That was my second choice.
Mateo has an empty ice bucket at his side.
Stop. It's got the thing
God.
you can hang. It's got the one you can hang on the side of the ice cooler, like you can lift the lid.
God, Bakaneko wants to be part of the bouncing squad.
You could stand there if you want to. At the...
No, she would be bad at it. Y'all can't let her because she would turn everybody
Oh, I
away because
see.
she'd think it's funny.
We could also
Name's
keep an
not
eye on
on the
stuff
list.
from the booth. Yeah.
Quick question: is Dallas 1.0 still in the basement?
I think yes.
Dallas? No, I'm pretty sure that there was in a previous episode. Y'all showed me the body. I looked it over, and then he disposed of it. He burned it.
Last session, we definitely talked about him throwing it in the dumpster behind the clinic for sure. He might have burned it. I don't know, but that's what we talked about.
Dumpster fire.
Cool. Cool.
Classy.
Well, like, let me remove the corpse from the basement then.
I think for tonight, are we having anybody downstairs? Maybe if they want business, like, you know.
Well, they'll have to go through Ubik to get there. Can Ubik work tonight? Does this count as a night of working for him? If he sits at his couch there? And does
That's a good
specific
point.
things?
Deductible.
Actually, it
This
technically
hurt.
would. This is technically setting up jobs for both like regular edgerunners and a rocker at the same time. He's setting up a couple jobs with this.
I think
Crave,
the
why
only
don't
thing
you
I would
take
do.
the stairs? I'll take the bar.
No, I was about to say, I think the only thing I would do in my initial free time is actually walk by the door and go catch up with Hands for a while.
Yeah. Dallas will warn Hands and August about the turret downstairs. Don't go downstairs.
Good. Register them as authorized users.
No, I won't. I'll tell them not
Oh.
to go downstairs. I will not authorize.
Don't fucking go downstairs.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
You should also,
Don't come to school tomorrow.
Jesus Christ.
That's not going on the internet.
That's the vibe I'm getting, man.
Wow. Anyway, there's a Gatling gun in the front porch. You can use it whenever you want, you know? Like, just say the command word.
if you get the turret fired, the safe word is Jenga.
Jenga. That's a good one. actually.
Incidentally, that's like Bakaneko's favorite thing to do is play Jenga.
Let's say somebody
Jenga.
in line outside. Oh man, this place is really hopping. I hope they have Jenga.
Dallas makes a mental note to buy some of the big bar Jenga, like to put on the table, the big thick Jenga blocks you find in bars. to put on
Oh
some
my
of the tables.
god.
Oh, the big one.
Someone wins and their prize is
God.
getting gunned down.
Every single time the tower falls over, Crave jumps a little bit, like with PTSD.
I think that's Russian Jenga, where they get gunned down if they win.
Oh my
It's like
god.
Russian roulette, but just
The KGB would like to talk.
God.
what nonsense. I'm here for it.
It's the future. It'd be American roulette,
How
Which is
late-
Russian. which is Russian roulette, but with a semi-automatic.
I think I would tell Hands, I'd be like, hey, if you got a little bit of free time after tonight, you should come downstairs, check out the setup I got going on. It's not as nice as what we used to have, but for something I own, I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah, like Hans will look at you and be like, I've heard you've had your own little clinic here. I've heard good things about it.
Well, I'm doing my best anyway, trying a little bit of honest work with a little bit of dishonest work on the side. You know, not city and all.
Yeah. Well, it'll say definitely if the night's uneventful enough, he'll love to check it out.
Cool. You good people, Hands. Thanks for showing up. And thanks for the heads up about August. I hate how things went down, but end of the day, do the job you paid for, right?
Yeah, work, man. We can only do what we can.
We do what
But
we
that
must
makes-
because we can.
But that being said, I didn't expect to see you here, Crave. Like, I mean, me and Dallas go a little bit back. Me and the cowboy were in the Mexican conflict together. But I don't know, man. Small world. It's crazy seeing you here.
It is kind of weird, you know, but intuition draws you to good folk, and, well, I consider you a good friend, Hands. At least at one point we were pretty close. Dallas seems like good people, too. Maybe it's just a personality thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
Small world. And I'll bring him a drink and say, don't have too many of these now. You gotta be making sure nobody pops through the door unexpectedly.
Yeah, stay frosty.
No foxes. No foxes allowed.
No foxes, indeed. Now we should give the MO of your brother, like, with and without the mask, just so he has like a.
I feel
"Huh,
like,
if I
yeah,
see this figure
Bucket
come through."
Neko would draw like a crude sketch of him.
Yeah. Mateo over your shoulder. Oh no, his hair was more tousled like this and blowing in the wind. It was very dramatic. And don't forget the lightsaber. That was cool as shit.
Do you have a crush on my brother?
I mean, if I had the sister that you were into, would you? I would be okay with you fucking her. I'm just saying, like it's.
Implying that
he's
Bucket
pretty
Neko
badass.
fucks.
God, if I ever hear this, like if you look up over the top of the staircase, I'm standing up there by Ubik and I'm like miming the way that he cut the bullets in half with his katanas, and I'm like, you should have been up on the roof. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. This guy in a fox mask just cutting bullets, and I look over and I'm like, oh, sorry, Bakaneko, no disrespect.
All disrespect. She's gonna be mad. She thinks y'all think her brother's cooler than her. She's very
Oh
offended.
no.
She's gonna pout the whole night.
Not cooler.
Alice behind Bakaneko.
Mateo, make sure that Bakaneko has plenty of drinks in the night.
Okay,
This is
alright.
tangential and doesn't really matter. I also think it's funny. How late is 40 for her own show?
40
Fat.
minutes.
Fashionably. That's why they call her 40. Speaking of, I was about to say, around this time, the 40 will show up with with the rest of her band and get set up, and the first stragglers will start to show up.
I'm scared. Okay,
We got live ones.
so if Dallas works, if Dallas doubles as a bouncer, where do y'all want him?
Interesting.
I kind of think the
I still want to put Crave on the stairs. No, I want Crave there so bad. Just for the inevitable drama.
You can ask me to go over there. She'll probably walk off, try to kill me. I don't know.
Alright, then let's say maybe Crave stays. Do you want to stay there, or do you want to stay maybe up with Ubik? And then Dallas can take. I guess we take stairs.
Dallas.
Yeah,
can
you
go
know,
back
I
and
like-
forth.
I like being this direction. I can see the whole room, sort of set up, be comfortable.
Yeah. I'll try to stay, like, toward the end of, this area. And keep an eye on actual people and make sure nobody's doing anything too fucking crazy.
Do we have a sound booth like for lights? Whatever the.
Oh, yeah.
Because Bakaneko would probably, with my tech and stuff, be there.
There would be.
The tech booth.
I love
Bakaneko
that,
works
honestly.
tech booth.
The theater nerd me is just like, oh, yeah, like a perch. That's where Crave
Mhm.
can snipe from when he needs to. Like,
Yeah, I'll make a ruling that there is a window in this wall up on the
Mhm.
top, and that's where the sound booth is.
nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's where Buck and Echo is then.
And
Brother, that's where I should be too. Me and Buck and Nick are gonna go
access
have
through
ramen.
the
Yep. We got
access
like
door through
enough for the whole night.
The VIP section. Yeah.
Yeah, where people think our background or hidey hole is, where our actual hidey hole is.
Dallas will start at the door to try to catch the brunt of the traffic coming in as stuff gets started. Maybe after the show starts, we'll maybe move to the stairs. He's gonna take a brief stop at Mateo when we get there.
All right. Good amount of people are starting to show up. People are buying drinks. People are starting to clump together in certain areas. People are still outside smoking. 40 is on the stage. She's like doing tune-ups, doing mic checks, that kind of thing. Everybody's playing random straight chords, kind of getting set up.
Twang, twang.
Some people start to go up.
I look at Buck and Echo and I'm like, I hope this doesn't seem presumptive. And I pull up a bottle of Centauri and 2 little like metal thimbles, put it on the table in front of us.
Go do like an excited little clap, 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 clap. My hero.
And as you guys are out there drinking, eventually the whole room starts to fill up. People start crowding toward the stage. 40 was not lying about the networking that she was talking about. She actually pulled a pretty big crowd.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Dallas looks minorly surprised at the amount of people coming through the door. Like, oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, man, she pulled a pretty big one.
What are we charging per head?
Yeah.
I guess.
we
I guess.
Do we charge extra for a drink band? Dallas already thinking of all the possibilities.
I'd imagine. I'll have to do some math on it, but I'll get you guys numbers later.
Fast pass.
Because I know there is going to be like an end total, and you guys are going to have to deduct expenses from it, but
Okay.
which I have been making notes of. You're going to have to pay 40. You're going to have to pay the bouncers.
Bouncers.
Yeah. The bartender.
You already
Well,
bought.
she gets tips. We bought $1,000
Sponsor us,
ticket
Centauri.
already.
Yeah.
Alright, around this time, the show's actually going to get started. 40's going to play through a couple songs. The crowd's going to start getting a little wild. Nothing crazy, they're not getting destructive, but there's a pit starting to form in the middle. People in the front are starting to rock the barricades. You know how it goes. People are stage diving. And you guys are still kind of chilling. Everything at the time, actually, Crave and Bach and Neko give me perception checks since you guys are up on the top.
Oh boy.
Stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not up here yet.
Whoops.
Perception.
I had the right thing open.
I rolled a 24.
Oh, you perceiving shit, man.
I rolled a
Let me
crit
see.
again.
Mine was 11. Mine was 11. I'm stuffing my face with noodles and alcohol.
You notice, Bakaneko, that there's a lot of people here now.
Yay!
Look at all the people. Crave, you notice that, yes, there is... You look at Bakaneko and you're like, yeah, there is a crowd of people. Good job. But the only thing you seem to notice out of the ordinary... Well, not out of the ordinary. But the only other detail you see is that the camera that you guys have set up is both turned on and scanning the crowd. Kind of like that little oscillation thing going on.
Mhm.
Other than that, everything's going fine.
Is that normal? Is it programmed to do that, or is that somebody jacking into it? Phrasing.
Will the
Where are
Reaper
net
be-
ports?
Or the Reaper be in it?
I don't know.
I think I would, because we installed them. We knew that they could see the whole room, but we didn't know if they were automated or not. I think I would get on the. I think I would get on my agent, hit up Dallas, and say, "Hey, listen, things are looking pretty alright from up here, but I noticed the security camera is scanning pretty hard from side to side. I don't know if there's any automation in that, but
That's nothing I
If
can
there's
check
an-
out, is it?
if there's not, something's moving it." Oh, we are in the tech booth, huh?
Yeah, like, theoretically, I should be able to check that.
Yeah,
And then I'll look at Bakaneko, who just said, "There's a big crowd out there," and say, "Oh, Bakaneko, you could probably do this too. You mind poking around?"
Bakaneko's got like a mouthful of noodles. Yeah, sure, I'll check it out.
Cannon.
All that'll do is cost you an interface roll.
Oh no, an interface roll. Let me. That's in my net. Okay, that was a 14.
Checking in. Good job for the 14. You notice that the observation camera is currently being operated, but it is by the Wisp demon that you guys have installed.
Oh.
It's taken the job of the control nodes, keeping an eye on all the people inside. So you know, just standard stuff.
But something we intentionally put in. Yeah.
That's something she put in when we installed it. Wrote or bought one. Yeah.
Okay.
If this
That's
is
what makes sure-
relayed, if this is relayed over comms, once we've resolved what it is, I feel like Dallas will be like, did you give it a name? You know you got a name up, right?
Me? I got a name
Yeah. Yeah, you wrote it, didn't you?
in? Hold on. I gotta
No, I
think of
think
something cool.
I think you just have the Wisp installed.
Oculus. Wisp is what it's called.
That's the name of the program, right? The kind of AI. I didn't realize that maybe it's the name.
No, it's not that. No, it is the imp one. Yeah, the imp's the
Wisp.
smallest. The imp's the smallest. Yeah.
Bartholomew. Beelzebub.
Well, we already have Zelda, so you could call it like Navi or something.
I don't know. I was gonna think of some like cat name like Boots or Whiskers.
Oh, Snowball.
Oh.
What was the one we heard the other night? What was a great name? Oh, I think it was Tennessee. It was an orange cat from Tennessee.
Oh.
But
There's no Tennessee in Night City.
yeah, Bakaneko, give me one more perception roll while you're inside the architecture.
Oh no.
Could name it after the cat from Aristocrats. Call it Duchess.
Duchess. Ooh, I like Duchess. Okay,
Like that's a
you
good
win.
thing.
You win for the night.
That's our AI. Like
I mean-
as it grows into this bigger, stronger AI that runs our thing. That's our Duchess. That's
Yeah.
our Jarvis. Duchess.
We walk in.
I rolled
Let's
a
just
14.
other the windows. Blast doors.
Bakaneko, you notice that the imp is operating a control node,
Hmm.
but it's operating the one outside.
Huh.
The turret? Oh, the camera outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's not operating the one inside?
Not currently.
So what is?
Crazy, isn't it?
Ah.
I don't like this.
So wait, let me tell you what's in the box without you opening the box.
What's in the box?
You gotta open it.
Open it. I
Never.
think you do.
Get up in there. Yeah. See what it is.
That's. I don't like when you talk to me that way. That's
Well, I'm-
not.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not just gonna spoon feed
Do
you
it.
everything.
Do it.
That fucking
Okay, let's go.
You're gonna get infected like Dallas is.
Yeah, you also don't have to. I'm just saying that there's, you know.
Goes you into it that says, but not really if you don't want to.
I was trying to think if I can take any protective. Like, can I have like a cyber condom or something?
Well, maybe Dallas could check in with you and y'all can tag team it.
That might be a. If Dallas is already in, Dallas
Yeah.
probably should do that.
But Mateo will take the door and tell Dallas he can.
I'd be on the comms and be like, "Hey, I need your help with something."
Explain Dallas, so I'll kind of like say, yeah, I'll take a look. I got bit back a little bit trying to look into that net architecture it was on. Hopefully it can't double up. Since he's already potentially compromised in his mind, Dallas will try to check that node out, that camera out.
Okay, here real quick. I'm going to send you a map of your net architecture real quick.
Oh no. Dink.
Boink.
I'm
Dink,
assuming.
dink, doink.
Oh, Dallas looks
Okay,
at like an Echo and Crave, and he goes, "What password did y'all set for this motherfucker?"
Password?
I'll let me send it to you in text. It's kind of hard to write or to speak out loud. And I send him Dukes out for Dallas in lead speak.
That's right.
Yes, it
Oh.
is.
Dallas looks at it. He kind of tilts his head. Dukes, like the mayonnaise. What y'all have fucking tomato sandwiches for supper after I died? Y'all was so fucking weird.
You see, a normal person would have thought Dukes like your fists, and the fact that you went to mayonnaise is actually more telling than anything we did. So, you know.
This is very good.
Our
Obviously
first thought
very
of Dukes was
confused.
mayonnaise. Just-
If we're being 100% honest with each other, I actually took inspiration from. You probably heard the story in the history books. A gorilla named Harambe died at the zoo once, and people picked up a very specific mantra after his death. We had to be
Nice.
similar, but not crude.
I never did well in meme studies in school.
In Night City, everybody still honors Harambe.
There's a shrine. Several.
Oh boy, alright, so he gets past the password. There are 3 control nodes. Alright, so I got to roll to get into those? Or not, because it's our architecture.
Well, it's yours too, yeah. The imp is going to be on the one. Shit.
He wants to find
It's going to be that. It's going to be that second floor, the one on the far left. That's where your demon is situated. The straight one is somewhere else. Last time you saw it was on the middle one, which controls the camera for the upstairs.
He'll go to that middle node first. Just to see what's up. Try to determine what's up.
You going first? Connecting to it, you don't see anything too you don't see anything too out of the ordinary. You're able to connect to the node pretty easily, which means that whatever was there is not on this node anymore.
Oh shit.
Check the others.
By the way, where is your net architecture stored for this place? It's downstairs, right?
That's a great question. Yeah. I guess
Probably.
We probably would put it in the lab. Guess where our server room is? Guess it would have to be in the lab. Crave's lab, just about.
Secure place. Yeah, no.
It's
I
actually
agree.
under the altar. You gotta push it back like a sarcophagus.
I like that.
Love that.
It is the altar. Just one giant PC. It looks like an altar.
See, is it just Dallas that's in the net architecture right now, or is Bakaneko also in it?
Just Dallas, I think.
So you're
Since
not
I'm
jacked.
being wary.
You're not jacked in right now.
Not
What a
until
tilted-
I see a need to, I guess.
Gotta
Okay.
back him up.
Should I be in there with him?
I think just in case, because and if there's 2 of you, you might be able to find it quicker too. If y'all like check different nodes. I don't know. That's my thought. I don't know how this works.
Dallas, the node to camera's on seems clean. That doesn't mean whatever has been here is out of the architecture.
All right. Well, I guess after I get the go ahead, I would jack in.
We can't necessarily scan the architecture itself. We already have a map.
Bum, bum.
Uh,
Let's see here.
Just dancing in the moonlight.
it's ghost-like memories.
of memories. This is a solid one.
Why is that such a fitting song for Dallas' flashbacks this episode? Providence. I guess you go left, I go right. Do you want
Sounds
to
good.
you want to check on the imp, or you want me to look at it?
I can.
So Dallas will go right, Bakaneko goes left. If I understood directions correct.
Yes.
Oh, you're naked. Because that's
Oh,
what
this-
Cyberpunk taught me.
So you're connecting to the nose on the last floor right there.
We're gonna check
Yeah.
anywhere that we haven't been. That sounds, I think. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
They branch out. Yeah, we probably should, because it either
The
have
middle, the middle three are the camera controls, and then the bottom two are the turret controls.
Oh shit.
check the turrets. Those are higher priority.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Left and right.
Yeah.
Ooh. So Bakaneko's going left. That's the one for the turret control outside, which you are able to connect to pretty easily.
Yeah.
We cut to outside, and there's people smoking outside the door, and the turret kind of comes down for a second, scares everybody, and then it just goes right back up.
This is fine.
I can go on the. Maybe. Do we have like a loudspeaker and be like, "This is just a test. Do not worry."
Edna mode. And
It's-
guest.
And guest.
This has been a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Let's see here.
Pops down. No littering. Somebody flicked the cigarette button.
Yes.
All right, Dallas, roll me an interface check plus a D10, or whatever your interface number is plus a D10.
So I rolled a 13. Plus a D10?
No, roll a D10, and then whatever your interface number is, add that to it instead of rolling for interface. So you got interface 4, so just add 4 to whatever the D10 is.
That'd be 9 total. I rolled a D10 and got +4. That's what I did earlier, though, for that 13. Rolled
So
a
9
D10
total.
+4.
Okay, so that doesn't do anything. And Dallas, you notice that something inside this net architecture just tried to zap you. It wasn't successful, but you know this as just the standard attack that you do inside naked architectures during net runs. This is your basic attack against programs and other net runners. Typically something done by another net runner.
Oh.
He'll let Bakaneko know. There's definitely something or someone in here. Just about got zapped. Over here in this node for downstairs. Shit. Dallas will get on comms. I need someone to get eyes downstairs, please.
You broke up through that. What was that?
He'll get on comms. Say, I need someone to get eyes downstairs, please. Turret's not working. Afraid it could be for a reason.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, Mateo will tell what's his name? No more guests. Block off for now and just keep an eye on the room, and then head downstairs. Maybe flagging you Crave on the way to join him.
I'm probably gonna stay up here since Bakaneko's also jacked in, make sure nothing bad happens to her.
That's
but let me know if you need me.
Yeah, pop
Okay.
downstairs and head to the server, I guess.
Mhm.
Mateo walks back there, doesn't know which one of these fuckers is the server, and just starts looking at every piece of medical equipment. Like, sure, is the tank the server? I don't fucking. Is this a modem? I don't know. Jesus. Like,
So net architecture's in his office somewhere. So you guys are down there. All right. So now that we're downstairs, where is everybody specifically? I know the net architecture is somewhere in Crave's office.
I stayed up with Bakaneko since she was jacked in from the booth
Yeah.
to keep an eye on her and the floor since the other two went down.
Yeah, I am downstairs heading toward the office. That's where I know where the server is.
Stay,
Yeah.
stay jacked in and go down, can I? Like I have to jack out.
That's what I was saying. Like, where you're jacked into the net architecture, and where, like, I'm assuming you guys had it stored in Crave's office, so you guys were down there checking on it.
Oh, I thought that you could jack in from upstairs in that
That's,
booth too.
I see
Okay.
what he's saying though. You got to be within
In that case,
6 meters.
6
to
meters
access
or whatever.
point. Yeah. So Dallas is already in here. Yeah, I understand now.
if that's the case, I would definitely be down there. I would have joined, no doubt.
Are they both down here? Like Bakaneko has to be down here too, or?
Well, yeah, you have to be-
Would be.
You have to be within 6 meters. Yeah.
I Count me
I would
in.
leave nobody upstairs. I guess Ubik would be upstairs, and our two guys.
Your
if
hired
no
security.
one's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah,
if
and
we
I
were
probably
downstairs
would.
And Dallas didn't hear anybody around them, like actually in the downstairs, he wouldn't have called for Mateo anyway. I was confused and thinking we were in the sound booth, tech booth.
Yeah.
If you think it makes sense for us to be down here, I don't know how this works, but I would probably like start a new group chat with hands in it and be like, "Hey, don't let anybody else in, and if you need us, here's where to get us." And scoot downstairs.
Bakaneko, you got anything that can get us in this node? We need to run whatever's out of here out. I can try some things. Oh, okay. Is it possible that Dallas can try to deck crash whatever's in that node?
Ooh, you absolutely could.
So for for everybody, including me, this reads: enemy netrunner is forcibly and unsafely jacked out of the architecture, suffering the effect of all rezzed enemy black ice they've encountered in the architecture as they leave. If it's run into our demon, then I think that would do damage to it. But otherwise, Dallas just gonna try and kick him out.
Okay, good shot.
They would have to be physically here to be jacked in, yeah?
Not necessarily. That's up to Ben, obviously. If it is like a virtual netrunner, like Reaper A, theoretically it should
Sure.
work the same way. Like it's a command to kick whatever's in there out.
Yeah.
So
I
don't know.
will.
We'll find out.
Let's see. Dallas, you try to use your deck crash program, which is something you've used before. It's kind of your, I wouldn't say your go-to, but it's definitely in your arsenal when you're dealing with other pesky net runners. Simple, sweet, just kick them straight out. But for some reason, it's not going through. It's like you're trying to play audio, but there's no speakers connected, so nothing's happening. The program's running, but nothing's happening. And as that happens, the whole net architecture itself, all the interfaces, all the graphics glow a really bright red, almost blinding red. And then this hooded, cloaked figure stands before you. And it looks up at you, and it has this skull face, and it raises a flaming sword at you. It's gonna look at you and say, Dallas, the Revenant indeed. You never did stay dead, did you? And you hear the turret drop from the ceiling.
I wondered when that was gonna happen.
Give me will or woe, buddy.
Whoa.
This machine gun is gonna pop out of the ceiling, turn, and fire at Mateo as he enters the room.
That's cool.
Yo. You have a high enough reflex where you can give me an evasion if you'd like
Evasion. Bless you. That's 13.
to. Let me just do a basic one. He's got a +4. Ah. Successfully evade that.
Dives into a pew.
The program will keep its eyes on you, Dallas. It's like you've returned yet again, and I will have to kill you yet again. And then you hear a scream, like a scream. The crowd starts screaming as you hear the other turret also start activating. And we're gonna, and it is almost 1 o'clock, so we're gonna give it a rest there, right?
Stream ending.
You got.